Okay, we are connected to Mr. Grimes. They ended up bringing the War Turtle, which I think is absolutely insane for a playoff match. Wow, that is not what I expected at all. The rest of it makes a lot of sense. Heatran, Pheasantipity, Cyclizar. I wasn't sure if Cyclizar would come to this game. The Meowscarada, obviously, and Farigiraf. I mean, they're probably very physically defensive War Turtle to deal with Weavile plus Gouging Fire. If I had to guess, it also deals with Basculin decently. I think but there's potential that, I mean, my best Pokemon is just straight up leading with my Hariyama here, Choice Scarf, which is really solid in this game, making sure we outrun stuff like Heatran and can destroy it with Terra Ground, Headlong, Rush. So I think I'll just start off with it. Iron Treads look solid. Less options to hit my weakness policy here. No, like Palossand, which is a Pokemon that I kind of expected to come. But I mean, the War Turtle can like flip turn on me and put me in a decent spot, actually. All right, we'll go with this. I haven't put my everything into this season like I probably should have, but it's been a busy semester. Hope that this, you know, we can win this play-in game and get over to the next round. If we do win, we have to face the #1 team anyways, though, which is going to be pretty tough. But good luck, have fun to our opponent here. We're going to have a good match. I'm sure of it. Let us see what they end up starting with. It's going to be the Farigiraf. I mean, yeah, that makes total sense. Farigiraf, I have no clue what this thing is going to Tera at all. I'd have to Terra Ground in their face. What is their Terra? Are they going to be Terra Ground again, like they were last time? Because if they're Terra Ground, I click Ice Punch. I mean, we're still just doing as much as a Headlong Rush would be. So I could swap here, preserve this Pokemon if I would want. It also can be Trick Room, which is a big scare for me. I think I kind of want to knock it off. I think we're gonna Terra Ground, and I'm gonna click Knock Off here. Start off with the Terra Captains. I think that's really funny. I love their name. I have no clue what it means, but I know it's same forwards and backwards like Farigiraf. But they have a decision to make here. Like, do they want this thing to take a big hit? I have no clue what Terra they are. I'm assuming that they're Terraing this turn, but they might not be. And I have no clue what kind of investment they have. I really hope it's not like Water Terra Blast into me right now. Which would have a chance to just straight up kill me. As they're not even a Terra. That's a great damage on this Pokemon. No more leftovers for you. And just a raw Terra Blast. That did just under half. That's pretty solid. I like that. I think that's a great turn for me. I kind of like the swap here. If they Trick Room, it is a little bit worse for me. But I feel like they should Terra this turn. What is their Terra going to be? And am I able to one-shot it? Like with my Rotom from this range? I don't think so. Yeah, it definitely is not in range of that. Potentially in range of Basculin, though. I mean, definitely in range of Basculin. Probably in range of a flip turn from Basculin. We should live any Terra Blast from them. I think I'm going to make the hard Basculin play. If they want to switch out, that's fine with me. And even if they get up a Trick Room, we should be okay. So they might swap. We don't know yet, since I'm guaranteed faster. As they're going to Terra this turn, like I expected. I mean, what are they going to be then? Probably something that beats it, right? No, they're going to be Terra Ground of their own, which is great. I mean, this flip turn is so free versus their team here. And they're going to set up their Trick Room now. This thing is probably Armor Tail. I would say there's a very high chance that they're Armor Tail on this Pokemon. But they shouldn't be able to one-shot me unless they have some great coverage. I doubt they have something for this, though, right? They have Thunderbolts. Pretty sure this Pokemon gets it. It is going to just straight up knock me out from Quiet. Do they have it? I don't think they do. I'm gonna flip. Wow, they have the Thunderbolt. So Basculin's just gonna go down straight up here. Pretty unfortunate for me, but it is what it is. I lose that Pokemon. I can go out to like Rotom Wash if I'd like. I mean, this is really tough because it destroys my entire team. What if I go into my Gouging Fire? Terra Ground never knocks me out, but they have a lot of bulk. I think I have to go Rotom. I mean, I guess Rotom should be able to knock this thing out, right? Or the Hydro. Easily should be able to knock this guy out. So I'm just going to go for it. I mean, their switch-in is potentially Wartortle, right? I guess they also have the Cyclizar that can switch in, but that's not that big of a deal for me. We lose my Basculin, which is like one of the more expendable members of the team. And I'm assuming this guy's got to be Armor Tail. I mean, I don't have strong grass type on my team for Sap Sipper or anything. It's got to be. So I can't hit it with priority. And we should always live basically anything from this Pokemon. I'm very specially defensive. Even a Psyshock doesn't even do 50%. If they're, I mean, we know they're Terra Blast, Trick Room, and Thunderbolt. So they've got to be Psyshock last or Psychic Noise or something like that. They could be Calm Mind, I guess, but they would still easily die. Yeah, they're just going to T-Bolt. That should barely do anything. We hit the Hydro. That's great. Getting this Pokemon out of the way early is awesome for my team. I love to see that. This Fergraph put me in the blender last time I played. And the Trick Room is still up, so it's kind of interesting what they want to bring out at this point. If they bring out Meowscarada, I think I just T-Wave them. A lot of things I do just T-Wave. I mean, I'm slower than a lot of the Pokemon on their team. Probably not the Wartortle. But they shouldn't bring that out and just take a Volt Switch to the face. I'm assuming Cyclizar might be the Pokemon that wants to come out. No, it's Pheasant Skibidi. I do like getting the T-Wave off on this guy. I do. I think that'll be really nice for the squad. Making sure this thing is getting punished a little bit. They're not Air Balloon, which I was very worried about. I'm expecting Shucka on this guy, but I can like Volt Switch, get some damage, and check that. I definitely could see them being some sort of Calm Mind variant as well, which would be very scary. But if they are not like min speed, then I always underspeed them here. They have to be 0 IVs at least. So we'll see if they prepped for the Trick Room on like that. I doubt it, but you never know. But this Rotom under Trick Room looks great. To just be able to be annoying. Yeah, we get the T-Wave off, which is great. All right, let's see what they end up going for. Calm Mind is the scariest option here. Nice, full para. Love to see it, man. We're at 236. Is it worth going for a Pain Split on this guy? I kind of think so. I really do think it's worth it. Let's just go for it and kind of scout them out a little bit more. And then we'll see if they're like Black Sludge / leftovers at the end of the turn. If they swap out, it's also fine. I have a low base HP in the first place, so versus decent amount of stuff, we're getting health back. I think versus basically everything on their team, we should be getting health back, unless it's like Meowscarada that comes out here. And if Meowscarada comes out, then I should be fine. As they are min speed, and they get Toxic Chain, you've got to be joking. Or maybe the Trick Room ended. But Toxic Chain is so annoying. They got that versus me last time as well. Which, just super annoying, man. And now Meowscarada might be able to knock me out with Flower Trick, especially if they're banded. Yeah, that sucks. We are going to get some health back. Actually, I think I should be out of range. As their leftovers meow. That's interesting. I feel like Flower Trick is kind of free into my team. Maybe Knock. Which is fine. There go the Twisted Dimensions. Obviously, they're paralyzed. So I was just being a little stupid about it earlier. I T-Wave here. They're going to set up T-Spikes. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. I do have a Rapid Spinner and 2 Heavy Duty Boots Pokemon, though. So that's fine by me. We hit the T-Wave. That's awesome. That is great. This thing is paralyzed. I should be faster than it. And they're a poison type right now. Just straight up poison type. Hydro Pump does a great chunk of damage to them. I also can Volt Switch, which should do a ton as well. I think it might be in my best interest to Volt. What do I go out to after that? That's a great question. But I do have, man, my Hariyama's guts. They are getting greedy. Maybe I sack this thing. We definitely don't live Flower Trick plus the Toxic, right? I mean, they don't have Protean anymore because it only activates the first time. We might live it. We might. Let me go for Hydro. Get a lot of damage on this guy. Dang it, come on. Come on, you can't be doing this in the playoffs, man. They're gonna low sweep. Oh, that is so frustrating. Hitting that would have been so nice for this game. Getting this Pokemon down to about 40% would have been just huge. Oh man, and now we're -1 speed, so they're always outrunning me. Just ridiculous, man. I will try to go for Pain Split. As they're gonna T-Spike again, they get incredibly greedy with that. That is so greedy. I mean, this is gonna give me a lot of health back. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. That's great damage. They're in Hydro Pump range even. Potentially. They might be like max HP variants. And we're at 100. We should live a low sweep. I'm gonna Hydro. I don't think they have Flower Trick. Even if they do, it's actually just a roll to kill me, especially if they have no attack investment. It looks like they do have attack investment. And we do hit this one. That's awesome. We bring them down to 1 HP, which should have been dead, but you know, it is what it is. After this, I can just straight up bring out my Iron Treads. All right. There's nothing stopping my Iron Treads from spinning. I think we should be in a solid position there. They're paralyzed, so we always outrun them. Rapid Spin does just enough. And they don't have Palossand to spin block me here. Yeah, I feel like this is totally fine. I'll just spin. Spin to win. This should always knock them out at this range. They're at just above 10%. Even if they were like max HP, max Fizz Def, this definitely knocks them out. And we know that they're not that. We just know that they're not. The Rotom put in a lot of work. If I just hit an extra hit there, it would have been so good. But yeah, we knock him out. The T-Spikes are gone. So we basically traded the Rotom and Basculin for Meowscarada and Fergaraf. And we have a +1 Iron Treads, a +1 speed Iron Treads, and then a 55% Hariyama with its Tera already gone. So I think we're in a good spot here, if I'm going to be completely honest. If Heatran comes out here, Earth Power does not knock me out from offensive. If they are an offensive Flamethrower, they do knock me out though. Even if they're no offense, it's a roll in their favor. Bring out Wheelie. So Cyclozar comes out. This is fine with me. Part of me wants to Rapid Spin again. I think a Rapid Spin should put them in range of Ice Spinner, but it's close, but it's not quite. I think I just Earthquake here. I'm a little bit worried about them being Choice Scarfed is the biggest thing. And hitting me really hard. We're going to Earthquake though. I just do way too much damage to their whole team. Yeah, and they're going to overheat. Do we die to this? Dang, we die. Wow. Is that max specs? If they're timid, it's a 6.3% chance to knock me out. There's no way. I mean, I'm going to go Gouging here every time. If they got the 1 in 16 to knock me out there, I'm going to be absolutely livid. I could Dragon Dance this turn. I think Dragon Claw is just a little bit better on the switch to the Heatran. That is probably Air Balloon. If they go Pheasantipity, that's also annoying for me. But I think Dragon Claw is the better play here. Yeah, as they do withdraw. The bus. I think that's Heatran, right? Yeah. So this is Air Balloon, right? No, they're not. So they've got to be Shucka. They're leftovers? They're really that bold to be leftovers. I mean, they should die from this range. What, Dragon? Maybe they're too physically defensive to die. But they don't knock me out with Earth Power or anything. I can get a Dragon Dance up and be in a great position versus them. If they are more defensive, if they're max HP, which they could be based on that damage, then I probably don't knock them out with my Earthquake. I'll Dragon Dance up here. I mean, this Pokemon just puts in a lot of work versus them. And 2 Dragon Dances would be awesome, as they're going to Stealth Rock in my face. If I get 2 Dragon Dances up, how do they beat me? I mean, potentially the Wartortle, right? Oh man, I know they're not Scarfed on the Cyclizar. Wartortle. I mean, that thing has got to be like Haze or something, right? They've got to be very physically defensive. We know that. So I don't do very much to them. But if they're not Haze, I just beat them. I Earthquake this turn. They should die no matter what. We're +1. Yeah, Heatran goes down. It's got to be like that Wartortle, right? As their way to try to break through this thing. And if they're not Haze or Roar, I think they can be Roar, then we would be fine. Wheelie comes out. I'm +1, man. They can go to Fez, but I just attack what's in front of me. I just always attack what's in front of me. They're faster than this thing. They don't kill. That's awesome. This Pokemon's out of the way. That's great. I really expected to be faster since my other guy was faster, but it looks like they were just modest on that. Probably just modest Choice Scarf, which makes a little bit more sense why I would have knocked down my Iron Treads. And now if we see Pheasantipity come out, if we see Fez come out, I just Earthquake it. Wartortle does come out, which means I click Morning Sun. I don't think they have a way to knock me out. I don't think so, at least. In the back, what do I have? I have Weavile, which could knock off this Eviolite, which is nice. And then Hariyama. I don't know if I can win with all that, though. I mean, I do outspeed them because I'm Choice Scarfed, so I should outspeed the Pheasantipity. Especially, I know they're paralyzed. It's up to this Gouging Fire here. Or Tortle. I'm just gonna assume that this thing is max, like, bold or whatever. What does this thing get for me? Haze. It does have Haze, no Roar. Even with Haze, I should beat them 1v1 with Morning Sun. So we heal ourselves up here. We see if they're Haze or not. They're gonna just Surf me. How much does this do? It does about 100. This thing is offensive. This thing definitely has some offensive investment. I'm just gonna Morning Sun up again. It's my safest play. Don't want to get beat by any crits or anything. And I really want to take track of the exact amount that they do. They're Shell Smash. Oh, that makes this interesting. Shell Smash. They're +2 now. Were they White Herb? This can be a threat. There's a potential that they 2-hit KO me here. I think I might just Dragon Dance again in their face here. If they Shell Smash again, I could lose. But now I should be faster than them, even if they're timid. I'm faster than them. As they Hydro, we should live this. Yep, we do. And Dragon Claw should put them into range of Ice Shard. Dragon Claw should do so much to them. Yeah. And they miss anyways, so we're going to win that way. Oh my goodness, that's such a huge miss. They were in range of Ice Shard from Weavile though. Looking at that damage, my Ice Shard does 14.6 min. They were at 15%. So I mean, they were right there in that range, where it would have been good for me based off the damage that my my Gouging did at +2. So I think we were fine in that game. I think we were in a good position even if they hit that Hydro Pump. They probably should have just clicked Surf, maybe. I don't know. Now Pheasant Skibidi comes out. I mean, this thing just drops to an Earthquake. If you're Shucka Berry, that's okay. I have my Hariyama in the back that should be able to break through. So GG's to Mr. Grimes. Oh, they eat. I mean, okay, they're gonna Toxic. That does absolutely nothing to me. It didn't matter because I have Hariyama in the back anyways. That just clicks Headlong Rush into this thing. But yeah, the Shell Smash Wartortle was actually incredibly scary for me. That thing could have easily swept me. Really scary Pokemon, nothing that I expected at all. But great game. Glad to get the run back after getting demolished in the regular season. A nice 3-0 victory for me here. It feels really nice. Move on into the second round of playoffs against, I think, Bread Pudding Official, who was a #1 overall seed, tied with Terraso, who I should have beat. But oh well, we're going to have another game out for you guys next week. By the way, my week 7 got forfeited. My week 8, my audio got corrupted. So that's why you haven't seen videos, but this one will be out soon. Next week, you should see the other playoff game. Hopefully we're going to be able to win that and make a nice little deep run here from the 7th seed. If you guys do enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.